Babu Owino and Sifuna have formed their own coalition, and it is not evident that they are no longer with ODM.
Rais aliongea juu ya corruption. Ni ukweli corruption inasumbua nchi ya Kenya. Unatuambia unataka kumalize corruption. When you work as a president, you are surrounded by corruption. When you look on your right, you see grand corruption. You see the Ministry of Health paying money to non-existent hospitals. Wanalipa hewa on the right. When you look on the left, you see a graveyard of corruption. You see the Ministry of Education.
Wadra asked himself, why is Sifuna becoming a rebel in ODM yet is having a senior post? Manake yeye ni secretary. But Sifuna is adamant that he can't work with ODM if at all Raila Odinga is still working with Ruto.
Recently, we had another meeting and there was a proposal to have a team to review the implementation of this MOU. I have asked respectfully that I be left out of that team because I have already declared this MOU dead. I have already done so publicly. So there is no point. I'm not a mortician. There's no point of me going to go through a document that I've already declared dead. And the reason I declared this MOU dead is because the initial argument for entering into this MOU was twofold. First of all, it was for the sustenance of life. For the sustenance of life, that we were losing people unnecessarily.
So I think the question we need to ask ourselves is like, William Ruto, of course, he has destroyed ODM, Ameribo ODM, under Raila Odinga's watch. And I don't know what Ruto has given Raila Odinga. I don't know. The point whereby Raila is ready to see ODM going down.
Sir. So I just want to say, the naysayers, give us space, give us room, give us, and judge us in 2027. We sacrifice so that there could be peace in this country. And that's the reason why we are here today. I do not regret what we did.
Lakini, you see, bora kuna Ruto. And I don't know what Raila is benefiting kwa hizi handshake. Because even the handshake ya Raila na Uhuru, it messed Raila Odinga. It's true. Because kama sile handshake, I believe Raila would have been the president right now. I believe so. Why? Because Ruto alitumia handshake kama propaganda kumaliza Raila Odinga. And of course, people believe that Raila and Uhuru's government tumefanya maisha kapana. Yet, Ruto was the deputy president and it was serikali ya Uhuru na Ruto, not Uhuru and Raila Odinga. But Ruto used it kama propaganda to finish Raila Odinga. And in fact, that elevated Ruto to presidency. And now we are seeing this broad-based government doing the same thing to Raila Odinga. But he can't see it. He can't see that Ruto has destroyed his party. In fact, even Gachagua once said this. Gachagua said that Ruto nimwambia kwamba lazima amalize ODM before wafike 2027 elections. But see, our mzee Agwambo does not see all this. I don't know whether ni pesa money. I don't know because I don't think a party that umekuwa ukirule ukifightia for 20 years, you are seeing it, getting destroyed. Because when we see powerful people like Babu Owino, Sifuna, and of course, Kariba Misi na wengine, defecting, constantly fighting members within the ODM, you will tell yourself that there's a problem. And yesterday, when I said this,
unaongea kama nani? Unaongea kwa niaba ya nani? Na wewe uko na nguvu ya kutoka wapi Kenya hii? Wewe nani amekupatia nguvu ya kuweka na kutoa rais? Wewe ni nani? Vinyangarika wakome hiyo tabia, si ndio?
Yes, he said that those people who are calling for Ruto's impeachment are small people who don't matter. You see? This shows that indeed, of course he was referring to Junet Mohammed, who of course alisema kwamba Ruto lazima impeachwe. He was referring to other ODM members who have been fighting for the impeachment ya Ruto.
So, Mr. Speaker, my position is, as the leadership of this House, Mr. Speaker, as the minority leader, Mr. Speaker, we will defend Parliament to death. We will defend Parliament to the last breath, Mr. Speaker. We will not sit down when people want to degrade Parliament or they want to use Parliament as a punching bag, Mr. Speaker, as a bogeyman, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, corruption is a menace in the whole country. It has permeated the whole society. There is corruption in the executive, there is corruption in the judiciary, there is corruption in parliament.
See now, Ruto is using divide and rule. I'm a divide ODM and a rule ODM behind Raila Odinga's back. And now, that's how it's actually going to even, he might even win the next elections through divide and rule, because he will make sure that ODM equals scattered, he will make sure that ODM is fully behind him, so that he can of course amass votes from Nyanza and Coast and Western, so that he can thwart Gachagua. That's the thing, that's his game plan. See, politics is all about dirty game, playing a dirty game. And actually the president is playing a dirty game here. And we are seeing it. We can see through the eyes. He's playing a dirty game. And he's actually doing it perfectly. And he's good in that. Now, Raila Odinga, I don't know what he's planning. Because Babu Wina ayuko naye na Sifuna na wengine. And of course, we are going to witness more members, defecting from ODM party. And they will be defecting, leaving the party. Because one of the things I think this is happening is because ODM is now losing relevance. How am I saying so? Because, one, Raila has never been the president. As in Ajashinda elections, whether fairly or unfairly, whatever, whether Ajashinda fairly or unfairly, Raila has not managed to become the president. And this makes members lose trust with the party. And now, the nemesis for Raila Odinga, ameingilia ODM na destroy ODM. And Raila is silent. Now, this is where the problem is. If it continues this way, Raila will be irrelevant in 2027. In fact, Adaksema Davai, he won't be listened to, because his party is organization. And I think in the game Ruto, because Ruto, according to Ruto, he's been saying that the only person who can challenge him, Raila Odinga. And of course, we've heard from other politicians saying that the only person who can defeat Ruto is Raila Odinga. And of course, I might agree with that, because Raila is very powerful. But now, with the way the party is, is getting destroyed, there's no way Raila will become powerful in 2027. Because Ruto is making sure that hata kama Raila atamwacha 2027, atamwacha kama party imesambaratika. Atamwacha kama Raila is not relevant in Kenya. And that is the game plan of the president. And now we are seeing members defecting, members forming their own coalition, members wanting to actually go for the next elections without ODM backing. It tells you that ODM party is a dead party. Why? Because Ruto has managed to hoodwink Raila Odinga into believing in him, to the point whereby Raila is even forgetting the party's objectives. And now the party is dead. We are seeing just drama, kila siku, people fight each other, parliament got divided, like confusion all over. Tell me, so do you believe that the party is dead? And do you believe that Sifuna and Babu Wino have formed their own coalition? And do you believe that Sifuna and Babu Wino will join Kalonzo? Because they were spotted sometimes back with Kalonzo. Comment then, of course, I'll meet you next video. Thank you.